Hi, welcome back to my algebra class. For today's lesson, we will take up subtraction of algebraic expressions. For those of you who missed the first two lessons, or if you want to have a review of the first two lessons, you may search for my videos in YouTube. Art Teaches Algebra, Lesson 1. Introduction to Algebra, Algebraic Expression, and Art Teaches Algebra, Lesson 2, Addition of Algebraic Expressions. Subtraction of algebraic expressions can be defined in terms of addition of algebraic expressions, just as we learned from arithmetic that the difference of two real numbers can be defined as the sum of two real numbers. For instance, we have this expression A minus B. The operation here is subtraction. That means we subtract B from A. And the answer in performing this operation subtraction is called difference. The difference between A and B can be written as a sum of A and the negative of B. Or subtraction can be defined as the sum of A and the negative of B. We write that A minus B is the same as A plus the negative of B. This is the definition of the operation subtraction in terms of addition. To subtract B from A is the same as adding to A the negative of B, or A minus B is equal to A plus the negative of B. If A and B are algebraic expressions and we want to get the difference of algebraic expression A and algebraic expression B, we will write this as the first algebraic expression plus the negative of the second algebraic expression, and the rules that we use for addition of algebraic expressions will apply. We will now take an example for getting the difference between two algebraic expressions. Consider the following example. Example, subtract 5x minus 2xy plus 6y from 7x plus 9xy minus 11y. The first given algebraic expression is known as trinomial because it has three terms, 1, 2, and 3. The second given algebraic expression is also a trinomial because it consists of three terms, 1, 2, and 3. And the instruction says from the second trinomial, we subtract the first trinomial. Just as we did in addition of algebraic expression, we can get the difference of two algebraic expressions vertically or horizontally. We will start with using vertical subtraction to get the difference between this trinomial from which we subtract the first trinomial. The second trinomial is 7x plus 9xy minus 11y. And from this trinomial, we subtract the operation for subtraction is indicated by the minus sign. From this trinomial, we subtract, we write minus the first trinomial, 5x minus 2xy plus 6y. Now we apply the definition of subtraction. We said that to subtract b from a is to add to a the negative of b. Or we said earlier that a minus b is equal to a plus the negative of b. The first trinomial is your a. We write 7x plus 9xy minus 11y. To subtract this trinomial from this trinomial is the same as to add to this trinomial the negative of this trinomial. So we take the negative of 5x minus 2xy plus 6y. To get the negative of this trinomial is to multiply each term of the trinomial by negative or negative 1. The first trinomial is as is 7x plus 9xy minus 11y. And to this trinomial, we add. The operation now is addition. We add the negative of this trinomial. Multiply each term of this trinomial by negative 1 or minus 1. We have negative multiplied by positive x is negative 5x. Negative times negative 2xy. Negative and negative is positive 2xy, and negative multiplied by positive 6y. Negative times positive is negative 6y. And then you add the like terms in each column. We now proceed in addition of algebraic expressions, where you add the numerical coefficients of the like terms and you copy the common literal coefficient. We have 7 plus negative 5 is 2. And the common literal coefficient is x. For the second column, we have positive 9 plus 2. Or simply 9 plus 2 is 11. The common literal coefficient between these two like terms is xy. Copy the common literal coefficient xy. For the last column, we have minus 11 plus negative 6. Negative 11 plus negative 6 is negative 17. And the common literal coefficient in the last column is y. And this is the difference between this trinomial and this trinomial. We have subtracted from the second trinomial the first trinomial, and we get 2x plus 11xy minus 17y. Now we will check this answer using horizontal method. We get the difference between these two trinomials horizontally. Using the horizontal method, we now get the difference between the second trinomial and the first trinomial. We write the solution horizontally, beginning with the second trinomial, because the problem says that we subtract the first trinomial from the second trinomial. So we write first the first trinomial. We have 7x plus 9xy minus 11y. And from this trinomial, we subtract. The operation for subtraction is indicated by the minus sign. We subtract the first trinomial, 5x minus 2xy plus 6y. Now we apply the definition of subtraction in terms of addition. The difference between these two is equal to the sum of this trinomial and the negative of this trinomial. So this is equal to 7x plus 9xy minus 11y plus the negative of this trinomial, 5x minus 2xy plus 6y. Again, the difference between this trinomial and this trinomial is equal to the sum of the first trinomial and the negative of the second trinomial. We simplify the second term by multiplying each term of this trinomial by -1 from outside. Or you apply the distributive property, multiply -1 by 5x by -2x and positive 6y. The first three terms are as is. We have 7x plus 9xy minus 11y plus negative multiplied by 5x is negative 5x. If in horizontal addition and subtraction, if the term has a negative sign, you must write the term inside the parentheses. If there is a plus sign or addition, operation addition outside. So plus, open parentheses, negative 5x. Again, if the term has a negative sign, you write the term with the negative sign inside the pair of parentheses. If there is an operation addition before it. The next term is negative times negative is positive 2xy. And the last term is negative multiplied by positive 6y is negative 6y. And you proceed with the usual method for horizontal addition, where we now collect in one group the like or similar terms. We write in the first group the terms with x. We have 7x plus negative 5x. Or you can simply write negative because positive times negative is negative. Negative 5x. And these are the only terms, similar terms with the same literal coefficient x. Now we collect all the terms with the same literal coefficient xy. We have 9xy plus 2xy plus 2xy. And these are the only terms. There are only two terms with the same literal coefficient xy. And the third group will consist of terms with y. We have negative 11y minus 6y. After grouping all the like terms or similar terms, you now combine the like terms in each group. And we have 7 minus 5 is 2. Common literal coefficient is x plus 9 plus 2 is 11. Common literal coefficient is xy. Just copy the common literal coefficient plus minus 11 minus 6 is negative 17. Y is the common literal coefficient because this term has a negative sign. We write that term inside a pair of parentheses plus negative 17y. In your final answer, you must remove all the grouping symbols such as this. So we simplify this and we write 2x plus 11xy. To simplify, multiply the signs. Positive times negative is negative. The last term is negative 17y. And this is the answer or the difference when we subtracted 5x minus 2xy plus 6y from 7x plus 9xy minus 11y. Just as in addition of algebraic expressions, whether you use addition, vertical addition or horizontal addition, whether you perform subtraction vertically or horizontally, you will get the same result.
Why do I tremble whenever you
is guiding me now. It's telling me now. Take your hand and say, this is the first time I'm gonna say I love you. It's the first time I ever felt so helpless deep inside. If I had to say 1,000 times, I'd tell you once again, this is the first time I'm gonna say I love you. Ooh, this is the first time I'm gonna say I love you. It's the first time I ever felt so helpless deep inside. If I had to say 1,000 times, I'd tell you once again, this is the first time. This is the first time. It's the first time I'm gonna say I love you. We take another example that involves both addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Consider the following problem. Subtract 7a squared minus 3ab plus b squared from the sum of negative 2a squared plus 7ab plus 5b squared and 8a squared minus 13b squared. To be able to subtract this algebraic expression from the sum of these last two given algebraic expressions, we must first obtain the sum of this trinomial and this binomial. And I will use first the vertical addition. We get the sum of negative 2a squared plus 7ab plus 5b squared. To this trinomial, we add this algebraic expression, which is a binomial. Again, when you are adding algebraic expressions, you write the like terms or similar terms in the same column. We start with 8a squared. We write it under negative 2a squared. 8a squared. Because these two terms are like terms, their common literal coefficient is a squared. The next term is negative 13b squared. And we write it under the last column. We skip this column with literal coefficient ab because this algebraic expression has no term containing ab. We write negative 13b squared in the last column minus 13b squared. And we proceed with addition, adding like terms or similar terms in the same column by adding the numerical coefficients of the like terms and copy the common literal coefficient. For the first column, we have negative 2 plus 8 is 6. Common literal coefficient is a squared. In the second column, we just bring down 7ab because there is nothing in the second term of the second algebraic expression, or you may consider this as 0, or you may write 0AB. The coefficients are 7 plus 0 is 7, and the literal coefficient is AB. For the last term, we add the numerical coefficients 5 plus negative 13, or 5 minus 13 is negative 8. And the common literal coefficient of the last column, the terms in the last column, is b squared. And this is the first part of the solution, the sum. This is the sum of this trinomial and this binomial. And from this sum, we subtract the first given algebraic expression, which is a trinomial. And we write first this sum. We have 6a squared plus 7ab minus 8b squared. From this sum, we subtract using minus sign to indicate subtraction. We subtract the first algebraic expression 7a squared minus 3ab plus b squared. And using the definition of subtraction, we write this difference as the sum of this trinomial 6a squared plus 7ab minus 8b squared. We now write subtraction as addition plus the negative of this trinomial, negative of 7a squared minus 3ab plus b squared. When you are getting the negative of an algebraic expression with more than one term, such as this negative of a trinomial, you write the trinomial or algebraic expression with more than one term inside the pair of parentheses. And we simplify this by multiplying each term of this trinomial by the negative from outside. And we write 6a squared, 6a squared plus 7ab minus 8b squared plus multiply each of these terms by negative. We have negative times positive, 7a squared. Negative times positive is negative, 7a squared. Negative and negative is positive, 3ab and the last term is negative times positive is negative, b squared. We write minus b squared. And we proceed with the operation addition, adding the like terms in the same column by adding the numerical coefficients and copying the common literal coefficient. We start with the first column, 6 plus minus 7, or 6 plus negative 7, or 6 minus 7 is negative 1. And the common literal coefficient is a squared. For the second column, we have 7 plus 3 is 10. Plus 10. And the common literal coefficient is AB. For the last column, we have negative 8. The numerical coefficient of b squared here is actually negative 1. But again, as we said earlier, if the numerical coefficient is positive 1 or negative 1, we omit 1 and we just retain the sign of the numerical coefficient 1. So negative b squared is understood that the numerical coefficient of b squared is negative 1. We have negative 8 plus negative 1, or negative 8 minus 1 is negative 9. And the common literal coefficient is b squared. You can see that in the first term, the numerical coefficient of a squared is negative 1. We omit the number 1 and we simply retain the sign of the first term. The first term we write as negative a squared. The last two terms are the same, plus 10ab minus 9b squared. And this is the final answer for the problem. Again, the solution of this problem takes two steps. First, you get the sum of the last two given algebraic expressions by performing addition of algebraic expressions. And from this sum, you subtract the first given algebraic expression. And when you perform subtraction, you use the definition of subtraction. You write the difference of these two as a sum of the first algebraic expression and the negative of the second algebraic expression. And for this problem, this is our final answer, negative a squared plus 10ab minus 9b squared. For your practice, please try the following exercises as your homework. Number 1, subtract 5m minus 3mn plus 6n from 9m plus 2mn minus 4n. To subtract means to get the difference between two algebraic expressions. And in number 1, you write first the second given algebraic expression. And from this algebraic expression, you subtract the first algebraic expression. Since it is not stated in this homework whether you will use vertical addition or vertical subtraction or horizontal subtraction or horizontal or vertical subtraction, you may choose between vertical and horizontal method to get the difference or sum of two algebraic expressions. Number 2, subtract negative 3x plus 2x squared y plus x cubed y squared from the sum of negative 4x squared y plus 3x cubed y squared and 7x minus 9x squared y. This problem number 2 is similar to our example 2, where we started to get the sum. You have to get first the sum of this algebraic expression and this algebraic expression by using addition of algebraic expressions. Once you have the sum, from the sum, you now subtract the first algebraic expression and you apply the definition of subtraction that says a minus b is equal to a plus the negative of b. As with example 1, you may choose to use vertical or horizontal method for obtaining the sum and difference of algebraic expressions. And that is all for our lesson 3 for today, subtraction of algebraic expressions. And if you have questions, don't forget to write your questions in the comments below. And ask your friends to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Algebra-Lesson. Thank you.